thing I see a lot at the high school level is kids struggle to get a really good warm-up in. They think warm-up and they just trot around and they talk with their buddies about what they did the night before, what happened at school that day, stuff like that, but they don't attack the warm-up because they just have that they're going to ease into it. But obviously for the first couple minutes you jog and get loose, but then you got to put your body through different motions like the throwing things, and there's a lot of gymnastics things, putting yourself in awkward positions and letting your body create the proprioception and just the feel there. And then also when you get to a tournament, it's kind of an epidemic. You hear people say, oh, well, I lost because I wasn't ready first round, or my first match is always my worst match. But that's something you can control, is blow your lungs out, get a great warm-up in to where you're really thirsty after you get done. You go put a little bit of food and some water back in your body and you're ready to go. Because you think about it, at most practices you warm up, you drill for a while, and you should be tired before you wrestle. But sometimes at practice you'll wrestle 10-minute goes and you get tired because it's wrestling and you're going hard. But a lot of times you can do a couple 10-minute goes and not be tired. But out in competition, you may be tired after the first period, probably didn't get a good warm-up in.
Agreed.
What are some things that both you and you, Zach, and Brandon, that you do to get that in kids' heads for whoever you're coaching?
I'll go ahead, Coach, real quick. I just take away the excuse, right? You take away the excuse. Why? Well, what do you mean you didn't warm up? Well, I didn't. Well, I hope you lose. I'm pretty blunt when it comes to stuff like that. They should obviously know better. I mean, even if it's a junk warm-up or a good warm-up, you got to take away the excuse. Then no warm-up equals failure, period. So that they understand that it's on them to do more, right? We can put together a great practice. We can put together a timeline. We can show them how to do it. But until we get them to take that step and understand that, that's the hardest part, in my opinion. I mean, they know what a good warm-up is. Every kid that wrestles more than 5 years knows what a hard warm-up is. Matter of fact, we're at camp, everybody told me the warm-up was too hard because we spent 30 minutes warming up. But it is what it is, but that's what it's got to be. They just have to take that step.
For our, my college program, I think I go in there with the plan of, I can't wait until Saturday of the day of competition and now say, all right, we need to get a good warm-up. And I'm a believer in you have to create that, you have to introduce that to them. So, early on in practice, we spend a lot of time on how to warm up, right? Because you get kids from all over the state, all over the country, where warm-ups were different. Some people just jogged, some people did gymnastics, some people did wrestling, some people just went live right away. So you have to create that culture, that expectation, because the kids know the drilling, the kids know what holds you're telling them to do, but it's the mentality of what you're doing. It's the mindset that you need to have. It's how you need to be sweating and look after the warm-up. And I think just telling them to warm up hard, they really don't understand. You have to put them through that early, often, many times before the first competition, and then they may not still have the first competition, so we have to go back to it and really talk about that. I believe that your warm-up should be your first match. So if it's a 16-man bracket, your first match essentially is the quarters already, because that warm-up was your first round. There's no excuses that why you're not ready to go. You had a partner for more than 6 or 7 minutes, whatever the age group you have, so essentially your first match is already done. So that's what I believe, I preach, but it's a mentality that you have to work on for coaches and athletes.